Good morning, buddy.
Did you see the
What
sound
is
effects?
going on?
Welcome back.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Today I'm good. We are woke up. I just stretched today. That's all I did. I just did some stretching outside. Nothing intense. I have questions for you. I want to hear your stories. I don't even want to talk today, Dom. I just want to hear about your Hawaii trip.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It was a long week, and then I didn't realize this when we booked the trip. I think I mentioned a bunch of times on the show or the stream here. I wasn't involved in any of the planning. I just marked my calendar, and as it got closer, I started to prepare for it, tell my clients, tell my subs, all that stuff. And I didn't realize that we backed it up right to Labor Day. So like we got back Thursday night at like 10:30 p.m. and I stayed with my in-laws. I worked Friday morning, but I didn't wake up early because I was still like kind of on a big time delay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wasn't on the show on Friday. And then walked right into a long weekend. So, good morning, Ryan. What up, buddy? Sleeveless Driven Dragon shirt is the move, y'all. And
Damn.
and so I just took the whole weekend, man, and I just took it as a way to kind of ease myself back into life. Slept in, stayed off my routine, but started to like inch into like certain things, and yeah, I'm feeling better this morning. So excited to be back. Excited to see you guys. Excited to chat every morning. I missed everybody. It's good to see Greek Mike had his baby. That's awesome. Little birth story in the chat. That was fun to read this morning that when I woke up. Yeah, awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I remember our last conversation was our family planning habits, how our wives are pretty much planning pros and we are just an apprentice. We were just we were just something else to pack sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dom, miss you. I think we, or at least I'm speaking for myself. Maybe I'm speaking for Ryan. I think that Ryan, you can agree that we missed a little bit of stability with Dom being gone. I think we did good. I think we had some great shows. Um, the one plan to have David on, did not do. We never
And
connected,
and the Monday Ryan special too.
nor did we do the Monday special. So Dom, much like our wives pack, we need you to help us
Oh.
get back on our regular routine here.
Well, guys, I just wanted to say, yeah, for us over here, we're starting school Thursday, so a lot of things
Oh,
are
nice.
not really like we just ended summer basically. Um, and so even a Monday was like, Monday was we just transitioned back from us being away and everything like that. So I think it's interesting to kind of watch how a lot of these dynamics kind of change across the country as well. So I think a lot more stability kind of starting this week, which I think is going to be really great.
Let's
Stability, also
hang on,
challenges.
hang on. You guys are just getting into school here in Mountain Time. We have already started school. You guys got to get on board here.
Mountain time doesn't exist. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's not school. You guys are like doing fairy magic.
Mountain Fairy Magic. Hey, folks, today we're talking about how we teach our kids lesson through stories. That's what the page is about. But Dom, I want to give you the stage. How did Hawaii go? How many times did you get laid with flowers around your neck? How tan are you? What are some things that you went through with your family? Uh, the good times, the tough times. What? Tell us.
So the trip was amazing. Early morning flight out. We hit the airport in Kona, Big Island, Hawaii, and it's an outdoor airport. Like you literally walk off the plane, like on the ground, and then you're just in this outdoor. The heat immediately hits you. It was a bit hot. It wasn't as hot as my house is right now or Brofit's hot house, but it was pretty, up there in the high 80s. Sun was out. We just walked through the airport like as calm as can be. Like our bags were already on the baggage claim. The shuttle was already out front. It was like the easiest transition through an airport uh ever. Um and then we took our shuttle to the hotel, and this hotel is like a giant piece of land that it's essentially like 3 different hotels all on one big resort, and they have a tram, like, they have their own tram that, like, takes you from place to place to place, like, 4 or 5 different stops, and then they
Mhm.
also have boats, so that do the same thing, like, in a little, I don't know, like, lagoon or river alongside, but the boats weren't running, so that was kind of a little bummer. Um and it sits in a bay of the ocean. You can swim in the ocean. It wasn't too bad at all. Do some snorkeling, and then they also have their own little lagoon that that fresh water and fish and sea life will swim in. There's a beach, so there's no waves for the kids. It's not that deep. We had a lot of fun there. They have dolphins, so you can like watch dolphins play around. They're like trained dolphins. So if you're not a fan of that, just go the other direction. But our kids loved it. Food everywhere, drinks everywhere, two different pool systems with water slides and all that, you know, stuff. The kids had a blast. We met down at the coffee shop every morning with our friends, had some coffee and acai bowls. There was a gym on the 6th floor that overlooked this whole property, so I hit the gym a couple of days, including some sunrise sessions. I mean, we had an amazing time, and that's just like the resort and the hotel. Um, Couple of nights we went out to dinner, had some really good food, experienced some different beaches. One day we rented a car and we drove around the island, touring like a couple waterfalls, some fresh coconut and pineapple stands, and then went to the volcano. It's like an actually an active volcano. I guess it like erupts every week or something like that, all year long. So it had erupted like the second day we were there, and we almost went and um got a car to go look at it, but we didn't. It would have been really cool. Because when we went there, it was smoking still, but it wasn't like shooting lava in the air. And then I guess over the years of all the eruptions, it's like created these like tunnels through the ground, and you can actually like hike through them. So you bring like flashlights or whatever, and you can hike these volcanic tunnels that have burned their way through the ground. And if you go in deep enough, not even that deep, it's just pitch black, like you can't see anything in there. So I'm definitely the adventure type, so I kept trying to pull everybody into these tunnels deeper, and then I'd shut my light off and act really creepy, and got a couple of kids to cry and a couple of just having fun. So
Ruining vacation.
yeah, just scaring people, why not?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's a
Uh,
lot.
the car rental, exploring the island, is the area that you were in and the part that you were driving around, was that all set up for tourism, or did you get out kind of into the non-tourist part of Hawaii?
So the place where we were staying was more of like the resort side.
Right.
So it's where they kind of built, and it was all like all the land or that wasn't built up was just black, like black volcanic rock. So it was like the volcanic rock side of the island. And then, I guess, whatever people, maybe they had land that didn't get taken over, or maybe they just cleared land and made these nice resorts, but there's just a bunch of them along the coast there. I'm not even sure what side of the island it was, to be honest. Um, but that's where we spent most of the time at the resort. There were only 2 days when we rented cars, and only one of those we drove kinda, like, somewhat around the island. But it's just funny because the other side of the island was, like, forest, like, lots of trees, lots of, like, 200-foot bamboo. These waterfalls were it's just, like, thick, lush land. It was, like, basically raining the entire time we were driving on the other side of the island, which was really cool because we hadn't experienced that on the other side. The other side was just, like, hot and humid and no rain, some cloud coverage. So it was a cool experience, but for the most part, we was just driving through, like, other people's like, yes, that wasn't as tourist, uh out than the side we were on, but we didn't really stop too much. We were really behind schedule as far as like where we were trying to drive, because it's like 2 hours to the other side of the island and then 2 hours back, and then to try to get a couple of hikes in. Um, we didn't have time to really like slow down and like experience the the life side of the island, like the people side of the island.
Mhm. Gotcha. Um, during your stay, if I were in Hawaii and I was Dom, I would probably be thinking about, and I'm totally trying to tie in today's theme here with just lesson here, with just lessons. Is there anything that happened during this trip where either like, obviously great memories were made, right? Um, were there any times where you had some good time just with your kids or alone with alone with one of them? Did you get to make any like new deeper connections with them? All the parent stuff, all the parent questions that you do on vacation?
Hmm. Um,
Or was it
trying to think of like,
pretty like we're in Hawaii and we're doing all these things and we got to do these now, kind of not rushed, but like just busy. I'm assuming you were just kind of chilling and relaxing yourself, not trying to overload your kids with trying to make sure that they're remembering all this.
yeah, I think I'm not really remembering anything like too specific. Like we did a couple of times snorkeling around. There was it was mostly I was with multiple kids, even my friends' kids as well. Um, so I bonded a lot with my buddy's son, like because he really wanted to like snorkel and go further and further. And so, I'm a pretty strong swimmer. So I was taking him, further, longer, helping him understand how to dive down and actually like get closer to the sea life rather than just like staying on the surface. Um, so yeah, him for sure. I think I texted you guys a picture. Like Brooklyn really wanted to work out in the gym one morning, so I woke her up and we went out and did a little workout. That was cool. Um, as far as other stuff, nothing that I can really remember. I mean, for the main thing I did with the kids that I was trying to be a little bit more aware of like when they didn't want to go do stuff, because we are very much, and our friends are the same way, is like we're here in Hawaii, we're paying like quite a bit of money. It's like not a cheap destination. And we're at this nice resort, so we want to experience it. But my girls were very much my older two were very much in the mindset like they were tired, they just wanted to relax and not be in the sun all the time. So I was trying to be the person that was like, okay, you're old enough, stay in the room, here's a key card, come find us, or I'll hit you up when it's lunchtime so that you can, you know come, eat lunch with us, or I'll let you know if we're gonna go do anything fun so that you don't miss out on it. Because this has happened on the last couple of vacations, like when we went to Legoland. Brooklyn was like not feeling it one day, so she didn't go into the park like the second day. But then that's when Bailey wanted to get a henna tattoo and Brooklyn really wanted one. So she missed out on that. And so she's like said things like, "You guys always do the fun stuff when I'm not there." And I'm like, "Well, be there, or I guess I can just let you know when we're about to do the fun stuff." So I kind of like did a little bit more of that this trip because we were there for so long. It's like, how many times do you need to go to the lagoon as a teenager or a preteen? Not as many as like my wife and I and our like Bentley wanted to be in the water. Like we would go down to the water at like 7, 8 o'clock to like reserve chairs, like put towels on chairs.
Mhm.
And we're putting towels and chairs in like regular clothes, and Bentley's just like already in the water. Like in whatever clothes he was in, he'd be in pajamas and he'd be going for a swim. Uh, so yeah, just trying to be more relaxed about schedule and stuff like that since we had so many days there.
Gotcha. So yeah, so like the cool things that you liked as an adult, I could totally see as like a one and done for kids.
Hmm.
That's kind of the situation where it's like it's cool, they enjoy the lagoon, they'll play in it, and then ready to move on. Where you're like, I think I'm gonna spend my entire vacation here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Hey, do you feel like the idea of your kids being able to spend some time on their own is developing a better experience for everyone overall? And I'm not talking about like you having to parent less, but more about like everyone having a little bit more of their own, a little autonomy, and then everyone's kind of coming back together. I love the idea of like, hey, you know what you want to do? You can kind of live how you want to live, but we have, maybe we're going to have like drinks at 5, dinner at 6, And that's all I want.
Yeah.
I want to make sure we can get back together. I love that idea. But did you find that maybe there was a better experience for everyone overall? Were you able to share different stories? Was there a more rich experience for the family overall, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I said, the girls weren't feeling it like all the time. Their energy level is different. Um, and so it just freed up that space to like where we were feeling like we were forcing them to come to stuff versus them being able to make the choice to come whenever they wanted to come. Like, we would go out early and they could come out, 3 hours later or right to lunch because they were finally hungry. So just it made the vibe like just that much better. Like it didn't have like a sulking teenager there. Um, the other kids are younger, so they always like we had a party last night or 2 nights ago at our house, and all the younger kids wanna hang out with Brooklyn, and she gets very, like, kinda, like, worn down and exhausted by it, but she does such a great job with them, and they love her so much, and I was trying to explain that to her, uh that it's like a huge compliment, like, that these young girls, like, look up to her, wanna be with her, wanna hang out with her, she's so much fun. I'm like, "You notice they're not pounding on Bailey's door, they're just pounding on your door. Like, take that as a compliment." And, she understands it, but at the same time, like, it can be exhausting to have 2 little six-year-olds hanging on you and wanting to play with you for multiple hours a day when you just wanna rest.
I
Yeah.
like what
Understand that.
so just a little I like what Brofits typed here. Not because I like it, not because I like the idea of kids moving away. But you have time, Brofits. Believe
He's
me.
getting more and more time.
Yeah, you have time with your boy from Logan. Um,
Oh, yeah.
I realized that this weekend I am now to my 12-year-old not the coolest person in the world anymore. Um, I got two things. We went to a birthday party. We are in super busy mode. You guys are starting school. We've started school. Um, our only free time as a family is the first half of Sundays, and that's really it at this moment for the next 2 months. We were at a birthday party with a bunch of it was like a multi-kid party where there was a lot of like quite a few teachers there as well in the district. And I was talking with one of them. Kira was with me. They rented out the whole pool, the whole community pool, and they got the best taco place in Longmont that serves bacon wrapped hot dogs and tacos. It was great. It was an awesome party. And the dads took over the diving board. But we were standing in line. This guy asked how I liked having my kids at school with me, and I said, I love it. I think it's great. Kira was with me, and I'm like, Kira, do you like having your dad at school? And she's like, no, like I just want to be a normal kid. And we laughed, but like a little bit on the inside, I was like, oh, I'm not cool anymore.
Gut punch.
Then I got a haircut yesterday, which is why I feel 10 pounds lighter right now. And I came home and I took my hat off, and she was like, "Oh my God." And I very kindly snapped for a second. I was like, "Oh, you wouldn't have liked whatever I get."
Yeah.
Because like she's definitely in the stage where she's kind of she's probably judging me. She's definitely aware of like she's like I think it's more in her head, but like she'd rather be a normal kid. She'd rather be dropped off with everybody at school instead of driving in with me. She'd rather leave with everybody at the end of school instead of waiting for me.
Mm.
So Brofits, you have at least 4 more years until you are not you are less cool than you are now, for sure.
Is there not like a bus system, or are you guys close enough to walk where she could
Not
have
not for us because
Yeah,
we live a town over.
got
Uh,
it.
sometimes I'll drop her on the street that kids walk down so she can walk to school with them.
That was
So
my other thing. Like,
yeah,
I'll just drop you on the corner if you wanna
here's
walk.
Kristen said it well. She was like, "Can you just exist a little bit less?" Oh,
Oh, that's messed up, but
um,
also funny.
yeah. I got snippy with screen time this weekend.
Mm,
We had a good family outing yesterday. We intended to go on like a half day hike, but ended up meal prepping and budgeting all together in like the same group of time. So just went on like a day hike. We got out, saw our neighbors. So yeah, it's just this particular time right now. Once again, I will reinforce that it's like the one time where I get to kind of connect and recharge. So
good. I'm happy to be here, happy to be back.
yeah. Ryan, what's up with you? You got 4 minutes.
I'm just happy to be here listening to you guys. I'm using you as a little bit
You're also back from a
of
trip.
a mirroring. I'm also back from a trip. Yeah. Um, it was definitely a nice trip. Yeah, we have stuff going on over here, so we're just kind of busy working through everything. I've been having a lot of feels though. A lot of feels are going on right now. I one and I want to make sure I come up. It's just I wanted to mention one thing about an amazing community member and that we actually had talked to in the past. And I think that if I didn't bring this up, it would end up making me feel as if we're not doing right by him or the community. But Rocky Perry had passed away last week, and it's not something that was not expected. I think that it was something that was definitely he had, he was planning for. He's working through some things, trying to make his voice ready for certain things there, and I think it's just it's just on my mind. So one thing in particular is I don't think that when we have a death in any community, we can do enough. At least it never feels that way. But I just wanted to make sure that I can just send some love out to his boys. Rocky Perry was a great guy. You can Blaze had the privilege of speaking with him during one of our interviews, our VDAD interviews, episode 14, I believe is what it was. But some things that we maybe didn't know about him. I think when someone is holding on to an illness for so long, it's almost as if that illness defines them. And the best thing about that episode was the fact that there were so many things that he had talked about who he is, where he had come from, what he's done in life, and it blew me away. So I think the best thing we can do is just kind of think, send some love out for Rocky's boys, his family, but go take a listen. Episode 14. There's so much to Rocky Perry that I did not know. And it's so nice to know somebody beyond the one thing that is in front of us at all times, which can be somebody's illness. So shout out Rocky Perry.
I did catch that. I did not know him, but I did see something come up, and I dug a little deeper. I don't think that I've ever seen anybody so brave and comfortable with how they are passing. I don't know how long the illness lasted. From what I saw, it was fairly abrupt. Is that correct? Or did it? I don't know, but I caught a few of his videos, and just the way that he was describing his mindset through all this and his acceptance that he's not going to be here soon. That was big. Definitely just kind of sat and soaked that in for a bit.
Yeah, definitely. He his liver was challenged at this point of his cancer diagnosis. Mainly things had metastasized, I believe, and I don't want to speak beyond exactly what was going on, but I know that his liver was the thing that was the main challenge at some point. And really, ever since VeeFriends started, it was something that everyone kind of knew, I believe, or he had been sharing a lot about it and about his travels and how difficult it was. He I believe, was heading up even his own survivors group, at least people that were going through treatment and cancer and stuff like that too. And I don't know if it was specifically men, dads, or whatever it was, but I know that he was leading that at some point. And so he was really open about it all. It was really great to see it, and it's just a good reminder to, not hide behind anything, share with everyone else. So, yeah, just wanted to make sure we can bring some of that love up there.
That's a good reminder. Make your days count.
Yeah.
Make your lessons count. Make your Hawaii trips count.
Yeah. What are we accomplishing this week, guys? Anything that you want to accomplish?
I got one. I have my first event in a long time. I'm going to have I have a vendor tent at an event up here in Loveland. Well, I'll be doing live painting.
Oh, nice.
Time ever in front of people watching.
Oof.
It's called Yappy Hour.
Are you going to be live streaming this?
Probably not. I don't want to totally blow my nerves out. So I'm just going to stick with real life people first. But I'm excited for that.
There's no reason. No one behind the screen is going to be
live streaming is so scary.
So that's coming up this weekend. And other than that, we are wheels down, rolling, driving fast through this week already. I have to go because my kids are up.
All right, dude. See you later.
Best. Welcome back home, both of you. Good to see everybody that showed up today. Brofits, as always, pleasure seeing your name here. Mom's in the chat. Mom Turner. 3 Turners are here. Thanks, Mom, for jumping in.
Well, I saw your brother in here for a minute too, and then Dylan's always lurking. So it was like a full Turner show right now.
Yeah, 4 Turners. Hopefully we can get more of that. All right.
Oh.
Have a great day.
Ryan, what are you after this week? We can go a minute or two longer. Get your girls, Jason.
I'm staying. I want to hear. Nope. Screw them. I'm listening to what you guys got.
I feel like my computer's buffering. I don't know if I'm being like off or not. But it's annoying. But what do I have to do this week? My 4-year-old is starting school this week. So it is after daycare. It's what she's doing. It's our number one thing, making sure that she doesn't hurt anyone at school or take over the school and set on fire. So we will need to make sure that is our number one goal every single day.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
A force for sure.
Best of luck, especially in the mornings.
Look out, New York.
Yeah, I hope your mornings go relatively smooth. I'm going to assume the second weekend after she learns that she has to go back over the weekend.
We'll see what happens. It'll be exciting though.
Yeah. Dom, how about you? What's going up for the week? Or are you just kind of still?
Me, I'm just hoping to get back into the routine of things. Like I was on a pretty good run there before Hawaii, and then obviously, the trip of being out, being the time change, and then coming back for a holiday weekend, it just kind of got me off my whole game. So I'm gonna sit here, catch up on my journaling because I'm a little behind. Go for a long walk, get some exercise, kind of just get back on that morning routine that I've been on for a while and have been appreciating. So just getting back to it. That's all.
Good. Enjoy. Do it slow. Don't force it.
Yeah. All good, man. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And we will see you tomorrow. Appreciate everybody for showing up. Love you guys.
Thanks.
See you guys.
See you, bud.